Good evening, Lacrosse fans. Welcome to Upper St. Clair Panther Stadium, where tonight your Panthers take on the Big Macs of Canon-Mac in the 2019 Senior Recognition Game. This is Tom Dietrich, your announcer for the night. And we are going to go down to the field momentarily for the Senior Recognition ceremonies.
Good evening, and welcome to Upper St. Clair Panther Stadium, where tonight your Lady Panthers host Canon-McMillan. Tonight is Senior Recognition Night and Youth Night. First, we would like to take a moment to thank and welcome Principal Dr. Louis Angelo, Athletic Director Dr. Kevin Dietrich, Athletic Trainer Christine Stash, Founder of the UFC Girls Youth Lacrosse Club, Kristen Groninger, Manager of St. Clair Fitness, Josh Satola, Canon-Mac Head Coach, Shelby Snyder, Canon-Mac Assistant Coaches, Joshua Snyder and Lauren Yost, UFC Varsity Coach, Brianna Lafley, UFC Assistant Varsity Coach, Emma Simmers, UFC Junior Varsity Coach, Molly Nuri. A special welcome also for the Upper St. Clair Girls Youth Lacrosse players, coaches, and parents. Before we meet the Upper St. Clair seniors, it is our pleasure to introduce the Canon-McMillan seniors in attendance tonight. Seniors, Darcy Adrian, Emily Kushner, Lexi Zog. Congratulations, seniors. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please draw your attention to the middle of the field. At this time, we'd like to recognize the 2019 Upper St. Clair Senior Lacrosse players. Our first senior, number 2, Ella Benoit. Ella is supported by her parents, Virginia and Ronnie. Ella plays attack and has been playing lacrosse for 10 years. She has also played tennis for 11 years. Her academic achievements and activities include high and highest honor rolls, National Honor Society, Junior Mentors, and the Belize Workshop trip through Leadership Academy. Bella's favorite lacrosse memory is simply being part of a team with the girls that I've been playing with since middle school. Her best advice for teammates: to always work your hardest and never doubt your abilities, no matter what others think. Bella's favorite quote: "You get what you give." Bella's future plans include attending Furman University on an academic scholarship with a major in biology on a pre-med track. Our second senior, 00, Aria Dietrich. Aria is escorted by her parents, Cindy and Tom. Aria plays goalie and has been playing lacrosse for 7 years. She is also a member of the marching band and the rifle team, where she was captain for 2 years. She was also the flute section leader in the band. Aria's academic achievements include middle years program certificate, high honor roll, natural helpers, junior senior mentors. Her favorite lacrosse memory is playing lacrosse at Disney with her summer lacrosse team. Her best advice for her teammates is to respect your goalies. Aria's favorite quote is "Every adventure requires a first step." Aria plans to attend Chatham University in the fall and study architecture and design. She plans to study abroad and hopefully work for Disney. Our third senior, number 25, Lynn Gerlach. Lynn is supported by her parents, Sherry and Greg. Lynn plays midfield and has been playing lacrosse for 10 years. She also played soccer her freshman year. Lynn's academic and sports achievements include high honor roll, USC High School Student of the Year candidate, Minithon, the Intrepid Elite Lacrosse Club. She was a member of the USA National Lacrosse Team. Lynn was also awarded the 2017 USA Liberty International Lacrosse Team Final Champion Playoff Silver Medal Award. 2018, Lynn was all section. Her favorite lacrosse memories were trips in the high school lacrosse team and coming home feeling like she gained 20 pounds from all the snacks on the bus. She also was selected to play for the USA National Lacrosse team for 2 years, then becoming part of the USA Liberty International Lacrosse team in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Her best advice for her teammates is to be persistent, ask questions, and encourage and cheer on your teammates. Liv's favorite quote, "When you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening. That's where your power is." Liv plans to attend John Carroll University and play Division III lacrosse and major in the medical fields. Our fourth senior, number 9, Nikki Gibbons. She's escorted by her parents, Simona and John. Nikki plays midfield and defense. She's been playing lacrosse for 7 years. Her other sport is soccer. Her academic achievements include highest honor roll, AP scholar, student council president, and meeting-thon executive. Nikki's favorite lacrosse memory was making the varsity team as a freshman and being the starter. Her best advice for her teammates, invest in some pre-game RX bars. Nikki's favorite quote, "Compassion without action is just observation." Nikki plans to attend Swarthmore College where she will play soccer with plans to attend medical school. Our fifth senior, number 19, Caroline Hendricks. Caroline is escorted by Kim and Jerry. Caroline plays defense. She's been playing lacrosse for 8 years. She has also played on the varsity golf team all 4 years of high school, currently the captain. Her achievements are National Honor Society, highest honor roll, Jefferson Book Award, Dean's List, Junior Mentors, All-Section Defender 2017-2018, member of the Pittsburgh lacrosse team, Law Club, and Young Life. Caroline's favorite lacrosse memory is accidentally scoring on our own goal in the first game as a freshman. Her best advice for teammates is to let the light shine in you greater than the light that shines on you. Caroline's favorite quote, "Sometimes you gotta work a little so you can ball a lot." Caroline plans to attend Clemson University in the fall and study business and communications. She will hopefully become a sportscaster on ESPN someday. Our sixth senior, number 7, Katie King. Katie's escorted by her parents, Lauren and Tim. Katie plays tag and has played lacrosse for 7 years. She has also been a field hockey player for 4 years. Her academic achievements include Kids Helping Kids and Mini-Thon committee member. Her favorite lacrosse memory is beating Levo at home junior year. Katie's best advice to teammates is, it's okay to drop the ball, but make sure you pick it back up. Her favorite quote is, "Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard." Katie plans to attend Penn State University and study health sciences. Our 8th senior, number 19, Gab Martin. Gab is escorted by her parents, Alana and Brian. Gab plays tag and has been playing lacrosse for 4 years. Her academic achievements are the member of the National Honor Society, 4-year member of USC's Leadership Academy, and Kids Helping Kids. Gab's favorite lacrosse memory was having weird and funny conversations on the bus rides with her friends. Her best advice to teammates, don't let mistakes discourage you. Use that mistake as motivation to improve. Gab's favorite quote, "The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." Gab plans to attend Penn State University and study finance. Our 9th senior, number 14, Lindsay Newton. Lindsay's escorted by her parents, Sandy and Matt. Lindsay plays midfield. She has played lacrosse for 7 years with 4 years on the varsity team. She played soccer in middle school. Her academic achievements include various honor rolls throughout high school, including highest honor roll, MVP IB program, and received the Montage Award for Poetry the freshman year. Lindsay's favorite lacrosse memory is either scoring her 100th goal against Fox Chapel or the crazy stories and singing outbreaks she shared on the team bus. Her best advice to teammates: confidence is everything. The entire game can change when you trust your teammates and are confident in the depth and strength of the team as a whole. Lindsay's favorite quote: never confuse a single defeat for a final defeat. Lindsay's future plans are to play lacrosse at Rutgers University, where she intends to major in psychology while dedicating herself to the prerequisites needed and dreams of becoming a psychiatrist. We didn't forget. Too many pages stuck together. Number 37, Vanessa King. Vanessa is escorted by her parents, Kim and Paul. Vanessa plays attack and has played lacrosse for 5 years. Her achievements include highest honor roll and high honor roll. Her favorite lacrosse memory is seeing with her teammates on the bus on away games. Vanessa's best advice to her teammates: just trust each other and your success will follow. Her favorite quote: cherish these nights, cherish these people. Life is a movie, but there will never be a sequel. Vanessa future plans to study pre-med at the University of Alabama's Honor College. Number 6, Becca Spear. Becca is escorted by her parents, Susan and David. Becca plays defense and has played lacrosse for 6 years. Her academic achievements: National Honor Society, Kids Helping Kids, highest honor roll for all 4 years, library volunteer, Dean's List winner, Refugee Outreach Club, Appalachian Mission Trips, choir, high school musical, student school board representative, USC GAL choir, and a medallion ball participant. Our favorite lacrosse memory is being in Peters Township for the first time at their home field. Becca's best advice: if you work hard enough, you can do anything. Her favorite quote: I regret nothing. The end. Becca plans to attend Boston College and major in international studies and political science. Our 11th senior, Leah Tetrick. Number 22. Leah is escorted by her parents, Kim and Dave. Leah plays defense and has been playing lacrosse for 9 years. Her academic achievements and clubs include High Honor Roll and Leadership Academy. Leah's favorite lacrosse memory is his Go-Age road course and a long bus ride listening to Vanessa's jokes and game days. Her best advice to teammates: always have a good attitude, cheer your teammates, push yourself, and don't slack off, and have fun because it flies by. Leah's favorite quote: cherish these nights, cherish these people. Life is a movie, but there will never be a sequel. Leah plans to attend West Virginia University to study nursing. And our 12th and final senior, number 36, Hannah Thompson. Hannah is escorted by her parents, Kim and Jerry. Hannah is a captain and attacker. She has played lacrosse for 11 years. She also played field hockey as a freshman and sophomore. Her academic achievements include highest honor roll, Leadership Academy, and Student of the Year nominee 2 years in a row. Hannah's favorite lacrosse memory includes being able to play with my best friends and best team for 4 years. Her best advice to teammates: work as a team and always cherish your time together playing the game you love, because it goes quickly. Hannah's favorite quote: set your goals high and don't stop till you get there. Hannah plans to play lacrosse at Seton Hill University and major in elementary education. Please join me now in congratulating the Upper St. Clair senior girls lacrosse players.
Thank you, everybody. Congratulations.
Let's go.
Good evening once again. Welcome to Upper St. Clair Stadium, where tonight your Lady Panthers take on Canon-McMillan. A special welcome again to the USC youth girls players and their families. We'd also like to welcome Caroline Hendricks' parents, Charlie and Melanie. And now for tonight's starting lineups. For Canon-Mac, number 1, Ashley Irwin. Number 3, Mara O'Donoghue. Number 6, Rachel Hiltz. Number 8, Bryn Chaplik. Number 9, Emily Kushner. Number 10, Cameron Whipple. Number 18, Sarah Dunn. Number 31, Darcy Adrian. Number 33, Caroline McCaffrey. Number 47, Grace Torpy. Number 86, Morris Slane. And in goal, number 24, Molly Dixon. And now for your Panthers. It's an all-senior starting lineup tonight. In goal, number 1, Aria Dietrich. Number 2, Bella Benoit. Number 6, Becca Spear. Number 7, Katie King. Number 9, Nikki Gibbons. Number 14, Lindsay Newton. Number 18, Gab Martin. Number 19, Caroline Hendricks. Number 22, Leah Tetrick. Number 25, Liv Gerlach. Number 36, Hannah Thompson. And number 37, Vanessa King. At this time, would you please stand and direct your attention to the flag near the school? Tonight's anthem will be sung by the Lady Panthers' Betha Spear.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed out the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red hot, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, welcome back to Upper St. Clair Panther Stadium. Tonight's matchup is looking to be a little interesting. We've got Canon-Mac sitting firmly in middle of the pack in Section 1, and St. Clair leading the pack, having dropped their first game in double overtime to Pine Richland, but then pairing off an 11-game win streak, which includes wins over North Allegheny, Fox Chapel, Bethel Park, Sewickley Academy. If things go to plan tonight, looking to see a high-scoring game from the Panthers' offense. While their defense has been just on fire lately, goals against average of under 5 per game with 2 shutouts this year. Okay, getting ready on the opening draw. We've got Lindsay Newton taking the draw. We've got Hannah Thompson, and Hannah Thompson wins the draw. Hannah goes downfield. Panthers will set up, work the ball around the outside of the 12-meter. All senior lineup out there for the Panthers tonight on senior night. 11 seniors. Only 2 girls semi-playing out of position. Got Hannah Thompson playing midi, where she normally plays attack. And then Nikki Gibbons playing on defense, which is kind of her normal position, although she does spend some time at midi as well. Okay, got a ball down in the middle. And that ball's picked up by Vanessa King. Vanessa works it around back to X. Pass comes back out. Gonna work that around the outside of the 12 again. And there's Liv Gerlach on the drive. Shot. I think the goalie got a piece of that. Gab Martin with the ball now. Works it back up top to Hannah Thompson. Hannah looking for a cutter. Oh, now she's going to drive in on her own. And she's going to get a foul call. I don't think that was shooting space. Probably made some contact with her. But here we go with Hannah on the free position shot. Hannah will be attending Seton Hill next year playing lacrosse and studying. And Hannah scores.
At the goal, number 36, Hannah Thompson, unassisted.
Okay. So, expected start. St. Clair wins the draw, goes down, sets up their offense, scores in the first 2 minutes of the game. Panthers 1, Canon-Mac 0. So we've got a lot to talk about on the Panther side. As I said, 11 seniors starting tonight. Biggest graduating class. Okay, we're going to apologize for that little glitch there. Don't know what happened, but the camera went dead. So St. Clair won the draw. Went down, had the ball taken away. Canon-Mac moving upfield. And Nikki Gibbons with the takeaway. Ground ball picked up by Bella Benoit. Going to work this back around outside the 12 again. Okay, that was a shot that looked like that was shot by Liv Gerlach. That was saved by the goalie. Hey, Canon-Mac works the ball around. For the Canon-Mac side, Canon-Mac got a little bit of a crease roll. Ball blocked in front. Don't know that Aria got a piece of that. I think that was blocked by one of her defenders. See Cameron Whipple at the top of the circle there. This is Canon-Mac's MO. Cameron Whipple, their star player, going to be going to Slippery Rock in 2 years. Oh, ball's thrown out of bounds. Pass went a little high. It'll be Canon-Mac ball. So yeah, from the Canon-Mac side, Cameron Whipple is pretty much their offense. She will pressure the goalie. She plays at attack. She doesn't run the entire field. However, I have a feeling tonight she may have to switch up to midi, and if they have any hopes of winning, put the ball in her stick as soon as they can. Ball is down, picked up by Cam, and she's got Caroline Hendricks on her. Ball down. Oh, Nikki comes in. She's going to get it called for a push there. A little too aggressive with the hip check. Good defense. Yeah, that's going to end up being a free position shot. She got fouled right before she was shooting. Or are they giving... Oh, no. They're calling her for the charge. Don't often see that call. Oh, a little sloppy with the ball. Turned over on the clear. Canon-Mac coming in. Working the ball up. Cutter up front. Oh. Bad luck there for St. Clair. Defender was in great position, but when she came in and actually tried to deflect that pass, deflected it right into the goal. So, 20 minutes, 14 seconds left in the first half. Upper St. Clair 1, Canon-Mac 1. And St. Clair's going to have to clean up the passes a little bit. A little bit of an unusual lineup out here with all the seniors starting. Hey, Lindsay Newton on the draw. That's up, won by Canon-Mac. Pressure on Canon-Mac midfielder. St. Clair will tend to double the ball as it's being moved upfield. There we go. There's the drop ball. We just couldn't pick up the ground ball. Again, more pressure on the middies, trying to carry the ball. Oh, that got her in the face. That's going to be a yellow card. Hannah Thompson's going to go off for a yellow card. She'll be out 2 minutes. Upper St. Clair will be down a man.
Official timeout.
They're checking the Canon-Mac girl over, make sure that she doesn't have any blood. She appears to be at fine. Lindsay get called for the foul on the check. Looked like she got a little too far up on the stick. Hey, Canon-Mac working the ball outside. Back toward the middle. I've not seen Canon-Mac play this year. I'm not quite sure what their offensive sets look like, their set plays. Looks like they're trying to create a little bit of room in there. They're going to call Nikki for that, and Nikki didn't even touch her. What? And they're yellow carding Nikki. Okay. Free position shot. St. Clair down 2 players. Oh, good shot, bottom left-hand corner. Canon-Mac up 2-1. That's a surprising score. Okay, so as we set back for the draw, it will be Lindsay Newton, and now we've got Lauren Hart coming on at midi, and Liv Gerlach. Lauren Hart is a junior. She actually leads the team in scoring with, I believe it's 41 goals right now. The draw is won by Liv Gerlach. So St. Clair's down 2. Canon-Mac's game plan here should be to double team the ball. And they're going to call a charge on Lindsay. This game is not shaping up well for the Panthers right now. And there's Cameron Whipple with the ball. She's going to drive to goal. We know that. And she is fouled. She'll be given the free position shot. Oh, Cam sneaks it out on the off-stick side. 3-0 Canon-Mac.
Canon-Mac goal number 10, Cameron Whipple, unassisted.
Okay. Well, now. Okay. St. Clair's back down to one man down. So Hannah Thompson back in now. Ball is up. And okay, Lauren Hart finally gets the ball on the draw. Oh, uncharacteristic drop for Lauren there. Yeah. That's going to be Vanessa King called for an across-the-body check. Good defense. Yep. Leah Tetrick gets called. Oh, Lindsay Newton with the cause turnover there. Intercepting that ball right in the middle. She worked that ball back to Aria Dietrich in goal. Find Caroline Hendricks. Now moving upfield, Lauren Hart. Lauren finds Bella Benoit. Bella up to Gab Martin. Gab's 1-on-2. She'll pull back out. Oh, pass goes a little bit high. That's going to make it out of bounds. And that'll be a Canon-Mac ball. St. Clair uncharacteristically sloppy. And give Canon-Mac credit. They're taking full advantage of it. Oh. What? Okay, now for some reason they've given the ball back to St. Clair. I do not understand why. I'm also not going to argue. Hey, Lauren Hart works the ball back behind goal. That's Gab Martin back there. Up to Lindsay. Oh, we've got Selena Kerr on the field now. Selena's a sophomore, one of the more dynamic players we have. Selena into Lindsay, and Lindsay scores.
At the goal, number 14, Lindsay Newton. Assisted by number 32, Selena Kerr.
Okay. So that'll be St. Clair 2, Canon-Mac 3, 15:48 to go in the first half. That is more of what we're used to seeing from the Your Panthers. Quick passing, good ball movement in transition, getting the ball down to cutters wide open in front of the goal and finishing. Hey. Draw set, Lindsay on the draw. Hey, number 3 for Canon-Mac wins the draw. Lindsay's going to get called for a foul there on the swing on the check. This will not be a free position, but they will give her a path to goal. And she decides not to take it, pulls back out. Cutter comes in. And that'll be a foul. And that'll be another free position shot. If there's been anything that's been St. Clair's Achilles heel this year, it's been giving up the free position shots. Saved by Aria Dietrich. Aria picks it up. Looks like she took that one maybe off the shin or the foot. Oh, Lindsay throws that ball a little wild and out of bounds. That'll be another St. Clair turnover. I expect Coach Bree to be calling a timeout here pretty soon. Hey, Canon-Mac brings the ball back in. Ball is down. Canon-Mac picks up. Good check by Lindsay. Gets the ball out. Gets it into Aria at goal. Aria a little high for Nikki. And that ball will go out of bounds. Hey, Canon-Mac brings the ball back in. And Canon-Mac has improved dramatically over the past few years. Just 3 or 4 years ago. 3 years ago, we beat them in a game, I believe it was 20-0. But they have been improving. They are a dangerous team, and if you're not on your game, they can score, like right there. Defense fell apart. Cutter wide, or player wide open right in front of the goal. And that's a Canon-Mac goal.
Number 47, Grace Torpy. Assisted by number 10, Karen Whipple.
4-2 Canon-Mac. And there's the timeout that I was predicting. Coach is going to tell the girls, go ahead and you get your heads back in the game, clean it up. Okay, so as we come out of the timeout, score is Canon-Mac 4, Upper St. Clair 2. Looking at the lineup, we've got Lindsay Newton, Lauren Hart, and Selena Kerr at midi. Looks like we got Bella Benoit, Hannah Thompson, Gab Martin, and Katie King on attack. And that draw is won by Lauren Hart. Lauren picks up her own drop ball. And Lauren Hart drives in, shoots and scores. And that'll be
Number 15, Lauren Hart, unassisted.
okay. St. Clair 3, Canon-Mac 4, 13-11 left. A nice little move there by Lauren Hart coming in, dodging a few defenders. Speaking of defenders, on defense, looks like St. Clair has Caroline Hendricks. Looks like Deirdre Mannix out there, Becca Spear, and Nikki Gibbons. Draws up. Lindsay Newton wins that clean. Selena Kerr with the ball. Work the ball back behind goal to Gab Martin. Gab's looking for a cutter. Lauren Hart comes in. She was covered. Back out top to Selena Kerr. Selena looks to dodge. Has a couple defenders there. Could have gotten a shooting space to call there, but didn't. Back around. Lauren Hart. Lauren finds his crease, shoots and scores.
Off the goal, number 15, Lauren Hart, unassisted.
Okay. 12:23 left, first half, 4-4. This is more of what we were expecting to see from St. Clair. Maybe a little out of sorts to start the game. Senior rec ceremony. Mess up their pregame routine maybe. Having all 11 seniors starting, not what we normally do. So maybe just a little bit of jitters, a little bit of unfamiliarity, and not being in rhythm. Ball goes up, and there's Lindsay with the win, picks up the ground ball there. Lindsay's going to drive in, pulls back out, there's no room. She finds Bella Benoit, who passes it back out to Selena Kerr, working it around the outside. Ball back up top to Lauren Hart. Crossfield pass. Wind starting to kick up a little bit. Probably nothing that's going to impact the flight of the ball. Make it cool off a little bit. Warmest day of the year so far. Selena looks for a little bit of a pick there. Didn't get it. Pulls back out. Bella Benoit with the ball. Bella's more of a distributor than a scorer, although she has had quite a number of goals this year. I believe she had a hat trick in our last game. Lauren Hart with the drive again. Oh, forces the shot. I'm surprised they didn't call her for a charge on that. She'll get the free position. Canon-Mac girl going off. Don't know what the reason is. I don't believe they yellow carded her. But she is going to the penalty area. Okay, St. Clair will be a man up. Lauren Hart on the free position. As I said, I think Lauren Hart has about 41 or 43 goals already this season. One already tonight, if not two. Since I am doing the camera work, I'm not keeping a stat book in front of me. Lauren Hart comes in, shoots, and scores.
At the goal number 15, Lauren Hart, unassisted.
Okay. St. Clair takes their first lead since it was 1-0. Now 5-4, St. Clair over Canon-Mac. 11:02 left in the first. Canon-Mac making a game out of this. Did not expect this kind of offensive explosion from them. Although aided by the sloppy play of St. Clair early on and a couple fouls. Okay, same offensive alignment at midi. You got Lauren Hart, Selena Kerr, and Lindsay Newton. Later on, expect to see Bree Lang in there on midi, substituting in for either Lauren or Selena. Lindsay bats the ball forward. Lauren Hart picks it up to Hannah Thompson. Hannah moves in, shoots, and scores.
Number 36, Hannah Thompson, unassisted.
So that's that patented St. Clair transition. St. Clair 6, Canon-Mac 4.
Timeout, Canon-Mac.
And that'll be a timeout by Canon-Mac. St. Clair's now scored, I believe that's 4 unanswered goals. So happy to bring you guys this game tonight. Unfortunately, this season with the construction in the stadium, not having a press box to shoot from, inclement weather, a whole bunch of other reasons, we've just not been able to do too many games for television. So happy to bring you this one. Encourage anybody who's watching this. Hopefully, you're watching it Friday or over the weekend. Monday, May 6th. Please come out to Mount Lebanon High School, where your Panthers will be taking on the Blue Devils of Mount Lebanon. That game will be, for all intents and purposes, for the section title. Things go as expected in this game, and then a couple other games around Whitfield tonight. St. Clair will go into that game with can do no worse than a tie for the section championship, and win it outright with a win or a tie. A win by St. Clair in that Bethel game, again, all other things going according to plan, would actually give Bethel Park second place in the section. So first time in a while that Lebo will have not finished in the first or second spot. So again, not getting ahead of ourselves too much, just letting you know that's going to be a big game. Come out to Mount Lebanon High School, cheer on your Panthers. Girls can really use the support, especially after losing the section championship in overtime to them last year. Hey, draw is up. Lindsay took the draw. Oh, we had a little bit of a push. St. Clair's going to get that one. And we'll give that to Lauren Hart, as she was the one fouled. Ball down. Turnover on Katie King there. That's going to be an across the body on Hannah Thompson. There's Canon-Mac working the ball upfield. She's triple teamed. Haley Newton there, Lindsay's younger sister. Oh! Selena gets called for a foul there. Drops the ball and picked up by Lauren Hart. Lauren gets out of trouble there. Oh. Then gets the ball checked out of her stick, picked up by Canon-Mac. And Nikki's going to go off with a yellow card for contact to the head. St. Clair's going to have to be careful here. That's 3 yellow cards. One more, and they will be, I believe they'll be down a player for the rest of the game. Ball is down. Deirdre Mannix going after it. Deirdre gets the ground ball. Oh, there we go. That should be... Now they're not going to call a yellow card on that. That was a swing close to the head. Haley Newton up to Bella Benoit. Bella runs into the contact there, just dumps it over. Oh! Nice, Selena Kerr with the goal.
With the goal, number 32, Selena Kerr. Assisted by number 7, Katie King.
Well, that's a man-down goal. Again, St. Clair in transition. Apologize for that cough.
Get your head in the game, 18!
Don't know who 18 is for Canon-Mac, but her parent is yelling. Okay. Draw one by Lauren Hart. And that ball is probably, nope, not going to make it out of bounds. Good job by Haley Newton picking that up. Come on, Lauren. And Lauren Hart can't corral in the pass. Got a turnover on Lauren. Canon-Mac with the ball again. That ball was tipped as it was coming through, but Canon-Mac able to pick up the ground ball. Canon-Mac has numbers going down the field. And Canon-Mac goal.
Canon-Mac goal, number 18, Sarah Dunn.
Oh, there we go, Sarah Dunn. So her dad told her to get her head in the game, and she did. Scored a goal. Upper St. Clair 7, Canon-Mac 5. As in any sport, turnovers and penalties killing us. Draws up. Lauren Hart pops it up. Corrals it in herself. Now she... Lauren Hart hit in the head. No call. Haley Newton with the ball now. Haley's just a freshman, but is, I believe, second on the team in goals. Very explosive player. Plays on attack. I can see her, next year with the graduation of some of these seniors moving up and playing midi. Bella Benoit passes back to Katie King. Katie's looking for crease roll. Nothing there. Pulls it back out. If Haley gets some room, she will take that shot. Oh, Bella Benoit looking for the space. Nothing there. Katie King. Lindsay Newton was in traffic. Probably could have hit her, but good decision not to try to force that pass in. Well, that's going to be a push on Canon-Mac. Lauren Hart is down. That is not good for St. Clair.
Official timeout.
Okay. We come back from that official timeout. Lauren Hart walking off the field under her own power, although a little gingerly. We'll see if she comes back in. That'll be Liv Gerlach taking her position. Hannah Thompson in the middle finds Haley Newton. Haley hits the top corner, and that is a goal. Haley Newton.
At the goal, number 10, Haley Newton, unassisted.
St. Clair 8, Canon-Mac 5. 6:30 left in the first half. I will tell you, folks, this is actually a very surprising score. So, girls are getting set for the draw. And it'll be Liv Gerlach out there with Selena Kerr and Lindsay Newton. Ball bounces around. Oh, there we go. It'll cause turnover there. Lindsay Newton with the ground ball. Haley Newton into Katie King in the middle. She doesn't have any room, so she pulls back out. She finds Lindsay, who then works around back to Haley. Selena looking to make a move, finds the room. Oh, saved by the goalie. Ball goes out. St. Clair there for the backup. St. Clair ball, bring it back in. Oh, nice move. No goal. What are they calling on that? They're calling her for a dangerous shot. This is...
No goal, dangerous follow through.
Folks, I am not normally one to complain about the referees, but this is very lopsided. Okay. That's Liv Gerlach with the ground ball. And St. Clair still down a player. I think Canon-Mac should be double teaming the ball here, being up a player. Okay, Hannah Thompson with the ball. In the middle, Liv Gerlach, she's hit, no call. Ground ball, picked up by Canon-Mac. Ball is down. Mac picks it up. Hey, shot. I think that went wide. I don't think Aria got a piece of that. Canon-Mac works the ball up high. Crease roll not there. Good defense by they are giving the ball to St. Clair, either a crease violation or a charge. Okay. St. Clair might have a little trouble getting this ball out. There we go. Nice long clear. A little too long. Oh, that's snagged by Haley Newton along the sideline. Good job, Haley. Gets up to Hannah Thompson. Katie King. Katie had Bella, except she turned her back on a spin move. Didn't see her. Canon-Mac is off sides. There, Canon-Mac coach saying they're a man up, but they're not a man up. That penalty has expired. Hannah Thompson with the drive. Finds a little more room. Forces the shot. Goes high. Nice pickup by Katie King. Although she could have let that go out of bounds. She was there for the backup. Would have been St. Clair ball anyway. Oh, Lindsay's pass into the middle gets deflected. Call a empty check. Leave on Haley. There we go. Nice little cause turnover, and Haley gets leveled. So back to my point before on the yellow cards. Yeah, definitely the Hannah Thompson one was sick across the face, definitely, and I believe the Nikki Gibbons one as well. But the other two, I think, were just a little too ticky-tacky. St. Clair with the ball way up high outside their straighting line. Making long passes. Got to watch out you don't telegraph those too much. And Lindsay works the ball over to Bella. Back to Lindsay. Lindsay reverses field, finds room in the middle. Something happened in there. Lindsay gets hit, goes down, no calls. And Canon-Mac comes away with the ball. Cameron Whipple with it now. She throws it. Number 8 can't get a stick on it. Becca Spear chases down the ground ball. Nice, I think that's Jocelyn Millerina. Oh, and she just kind of threw the ball up there. I can't tell if her stick was checked. Ground ball, oh, nope. Thought it was going to be a ground ball by Aria, but she didn't get a stick on it. St. Clair there for the ball. Deirdre Mannix bringing it in. And Lauren Hart back on the field. That's a good sign. Ball's up to Bella Benoit. Lauren Hart looking to do it all herself right here. No room, finally pulls back out. She'll look for that crease anyway. Haley Newton now with the ball. Haley gets hit in the head. Oh, we got a yellow card that. And, oh, okay, they are yellow carding that. Okay. So I'll take back my previous statements about the refs, at least, partially. That's 4 yellow cards on St. Clair. And 2 on Canon-Mac. And that is the end of the half. So, at halftime.
Panthers received 4 cards, so they will play man down the rest of the game. The rule is if you have 4 cards, you play man down the rest of the game. If they receive another yellow card, they'll play 2 man down.
Okay. So St. Clair 5, I'm sorry, St. Clair 8, Canon-Mac 5. Okay, welcome back to the second half. We'll start the second half. Score Upper St. Clair 8, Canon-Mac 5. So as you may have heard right before the half, it was announced that St. Clair, because of the 4 yellow cards, as I alluded to earlier, 4 yellow cards, St. Clair will be playing down a player the rest of the game. So essentially Canon-Mac will be on the power play the entire second half. So I had the youth girls out here for youth night as well, along with being senior rec. Recognize the youth players. Oh, they were up here taking half field shots on the goal. Future of our lacrosse program, looking pretty good. Seeing some talent out there. Don't know exactly what age some of these These girls are. Got some pretty tall ones for middle school level, and some pretty short ones. So I'm thinking we're probably looking at anywhere from 6th, maybe 5th through 8th grade there. St. Clair has a tradition of good lacrosse at the youth level.
Will the youth players please clear the end zone? Thank you.
But just like any kids, you got to tell them, get off the field. Okay. St. Clair is set with the draw. Looks like Selena, Lindsay, and Lauren again. Although this time Lauren Hart actually taking the draw, wins it. Ball is moved up. Hannah Thompson going in. Hannah Thompson is hacked. She'll have the free position. Okay, Hannah's not able to get the shot off there. Ball's down. Canon-Mac gets it. Hannah Thompson finally getting up and getting back into the play. She took a little tumble there into the crease. Canon-Mac working the ball around the outside, up high. Canon-Mac was offsides. They didn't call anything. The ball is down. Oh, where is the call on that? Becca Spear running for the ball, and she is totally hip-checked off of it. Fortunately, she kept her feet waiting to stick with it. St. Clair gets the ball upfield. Katie King with it now. Over to Selena Kerr. Selena can't get anything. Ball is down. Lauren Hart picks it up. Goes in and scores.
Number 15, Lauren Hart, unassisted.
St. Clair 9, Canon-Mac 5, 23-12. The situation, I believe it was 4 years ago. It was when this senior class were freshmen. Right here on this field, St. Clair was playing Chartiers Valley. And Chartiers took 4 yellow cards, ended up playing a player down. St. Clair was up, I believe it was probably 5 or 6 goals at the time. But Char Valley's star player just took the ball in her own stick, went and took over the game, and Char Valley ended up winning it. So based on that, it'd be good to see either Lauren or Lindsay or really any of our starters just take the ball, take over, not let Canon-Mac get it, and put this game away. And there goes Lauren Hart again, shoots and scores.
Goal number 15, Lauren Hart, unassisted.
Okay. Upper St. Clair 10, Canon-Mac 5, 22:53 left in the first half. So being a man down, we've now scored 2 goals to start the second half. Did I say man up? I meant man down if I said man up. Right. Same offensive alignment at midfield. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ball down. I definitely saw a cover in there. A little bit of a push. Somebody stepped on a stick. Canon-Mac girl stepped on Lauren Hart's stick. So that'll be a St. Clair win on the draw. Katie King gets fouled. This will be a self-start as soon as Canon-Mac gets far enough away. Katie gives it to Lauren. Lauren finds Selena. Selena loses the ball. Lauren Hart picks it up. Lauren hangs that stick out there a little bit, gets it checked out. Lesson to all you. Canon-Mac's getting it's a breakaway here. Cameron Whipple comes in. Nice save by Aria. Cameron tried to go short side on that low. Aria looks like she got the stick down. Canon-Mac retains possession on the backup. Cameron Whipple on the crease roll. Shoots and scores.
Canon-Mac goal number 10, Cameron Whipple, unassisted.
St. Clair 10, Canon-Mac 6, 21:30 to go. I have a feeling this game is going to get high scoring quickly. I don't see a lot of defense going to be played here. Not by both teams anyway. I think we're in for a run and gun game for the rest of the way. Canon-Mac wins the draw. Winning draws is going to be important to St. Clair for the rest of this game, being a player down. I believe that's Jocelyn Millerino in on defense. St. Clair gets called for the offsides. Canon-Mac didn't before, but St. Clair does. That still essentially give them a free position shot. Jocelyn was the only... I believe that was a save by Aria. Stick was down there. I don't think the ball went wide. She's moving her foot like maybe it went off her foot. Nice. Aria with the save, point blank on Cameron Whipple. A great save. Short arm that one a little bit. Canon-Mac gets the ground ball. St. Clair going to have to be a lot better with the clears. A little bit of a push on Canon-Mac. That'll be Deirdre Mannix with the ball. Pass goes a little bit high. Haley Newton can't pull it in. Ground ball picked up by Canon-Mac. Ball down. Becca Spear fighting for it. She comes up with it. Great ground ball by Becca. Lindsay Newton with the ball now. Finds Selena Kerr in the middle. Selena has a little bit of move. Now she's going to get the shooting space call. Oh, Selena with the goal.
At the goal, number 32, Selena Kerr, unassisted.
Selena with the free position shot. Makes it St. Clair 11, Canon-Mac 6, 18:46 to go. Going to be important for St. Clair to maintain their composure through the rest of this game. Canon-Mac with the draw control. Canon-Mac taking advantage of St. Clair not wanting to foul and risk that that next yellow card. Charging with, oh, nice. Bree Lang with the cause turnover there, intercepting that pass right in front of the goal. Great job, Bree. She moves it upfield. Puts on the brakes, comes back a little bit, avoids the check. A little bit of a bounce pass there to Selena. She picks it up. She finds Haley. Oh, Haley shoots wide. Haley had practically a whole net open there and tried to put it in on the near side, but just missed. Lauren playing good defense here. St. Clair parents calling for charging, but they're not going to get that call. Ball is down. Deirdre Mannix going after it. Can't get there fast enough. Canon-Mac controls the ball. They're working around on the outside again. Down by 5. Canon-Mac can't afford to waste too much time before going for the goal. But they do want to settle it and make sure they're getting good shots. Number 1 comes in, shoots and scores. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there.
Ashley Irwin, unassisted.
Defense let her come into the critical scoring area wide open. Okay. Upper St. Clair 11, Canon-Mac 7, 17:01 to go. Ball's up. Selena reads that well. Oh, she gets pushed off the ball. Oh, now Lauren Hart comes in, picks up the loose ball. And Lauren Hart scores.
And goal number 15, Lauren Hart, unassisted.
12-7, St. Clair. That's what we need to do. Win the draw, go down, score. Being down a player for the rest of the game. Anytime that we have possession in the Canon-Mac zone and don't get a quality shot on goal is pretty much a loss. And with being a man down, the best way to get those open shots on goal is to do them in transition. Lauren Hart wins it again. Up to Selena, now to Katie King. Katie looks for Haley Newton in the middle, can't find her. Pulls it back out. Lauren Hart has it out at the restraining line. Selena Kerr. Selena spins, finds Haley Newton. Back up to Lauren Hart. Selena some room inside. She gets checked, no call. Oh, very nice by Katie King. Hannah Thompson now pulls back out. That was a heck of a play by Katie King, reading that flip coming into the goalie. Oh, nice. Pass into to Hannah Thompson, and she scores.
Hannah Thompson, assisted by number 15, Lauren Hart.
Lauren Hart gets the assist on that one. So, St. Clair 13, Canon-Mac 7. It sounds like Canon-Mac's calling a timeout.
Canon-Mac.
So again, great play by Katie King on that. Saw that the ball was going to be flipped back to the goalie so that they could work on the clear. Came in, skied for it. Probably, I would say that ball was probably a good 8-9 feet off the ground. So between Katie's jump and her stick, managed to get the stick on it and deflect it away. And then St. Clair came up with the ground ball. So awesome job. That's the kind of hustle that we're going to need to finish out this game. Okay, so we're coming out of the timeout here. Canon-Mac called the timeout after going down 13-7. Still playing a man up for the rest of the game. provided they don't get 2 more yellow cards themselves. Expect to have the same configuration on the draw here. Lindsay, Lauren, and Selena. Those 3 are actually, looking at my stats here, those 3 are the draw control leaders for the team. Lauren Hart coming into this game actually had 59 draw wins, followed closely by Lindsay with 43 and then Selena with 31. And ball goes up, and Selena snags at one hand. Okay. And that's Haley Newton coming in, shoots and scores.
At goal number 10, Haley Newton, unassisted.
Oh, no assist, but great pass by Hannah Thompson there, again, in transition. That is what St. Clair needs to do. 14-7. 15:45 left to go. Still way too much time left in this game for this announcer. Oh. St. Clair go back to the draw. Hope to win another one here. This is the senior class's last regular season home game. I've already assured ourselves of a spot in the playoffs. Most likely we'll end up with a first round bye. Selena Kerr wins the draw again. So potentially should have a home playoff game. Oh, that pass goes into Haley Newton and it is deflected. Ball is bouncing around. And Canon-Mac comes up with it. Little flip out to number 3. She goes down to one knee, gets back up. Nice control of the ball. Then bad pass, picked up by Becca Spear. Nice ground ball, Becca. Becca works it in. Now she'll go back to her defensive position. Okay. Oh, Haley is totally flattened. That was a combination cross-check and freight train. Sorry, I didn't quite get it in frame, but if you're looking off to the left edge, you might have seen part of it. Okay. Hannah Thompson works the ball back to X. X being the spot directly behind goal. I'm going to call a foul. And they are yellow carding Canon-Mac. That is 3 for Canon-Mac. One more yellow card and Canon-Mac will play a player down. Well, that should be interesting if that occurs, even things up. Fewer players there are out on the field, the less defense is played. So we're even right now. Lauren with a little flip to Selena. Nothing there. Lindsay finds Lauren. Lauren goes in, shoots far side, goal.
At the goal number 15, Lauren Hart, unassisted.
St. Clair increases the lead to 8, 15-7, 14 minutes left. Canon-Mac still sitting out on a yellow card, which evens things up. Canon-Mac is offsides. No, not yet. But they will be if all their middies go over. Ball's down. Canon-Mac wins it. Let's watch for the 3 middies to go over. Oh, ball down. And that is offsides on Canon-Mac right now. Oh, Canon-Mac just realized it. They're getting called. There we go. Canon-Mac gets caught for the offsides. Refs finally realized it. without me having to yell it. Hey, Deirdre Mannix takes the ball upfield. She's going to be pressured. Finds Becca Spear. Out to Bree Lang. Haven't called Bree's name a lot this evening. Bree's a really good player for us. Oh, as all our girls are. Oh, in the middle, Selena Kerr. Oh, right into the goalie's stick. Goalie just had to stand there and catch that one. Again, quality shot. At least that part was good, but need to score on those. Ball is down. There we go. Katie King lets the ball go past, then chases it down. Good move on her part. Hannah Thompson. Oh, Hannah will get the shooting space call. She'll have the free position. It's a shame, actually, she got that call because she did hit Haley Newton coming in wide open. And Hannah Thompson, there's a little faked far side, comes back, shoots near side, gets the goal. 16-7, St. Clair, 12-18 left. Not going to call this one in the bag yet, but this is more of what we were expecting. Okay, Canon-Mac once again lining up, but it looks like they're back to now. Canon-Mac is still a player down. So if they win this draw, they're probably going to go offsides again. Lindsay Newton picks it up, so we don't need to worry about that. Hits Hannah Thompson. Hannah had to jump a little bit to get that one, but corralled it in nicely. St. Clair will look to where it run down a little bit of time on the clock here. Canon-Mac just is not pressuring the ball like you'd expect a team that's up a player. Now here comes the double team. Nice inside to Lindsay. No room. She finds Haley Newton. Haley shoots and scores.
At goal number 10, Haley Newton, unassisted.
Okay, so 17-7. There's our 10-goal lead, our running clock. Okay, with the running clock, this makes every game except the first one against Pine Richland that St. Clair has had a 10-goal lead and a running clock against an opponent. Pine Richland game was back and forth the entire way. And of course, with being an 8-7 final, there was no way for anybody to have gotten a 10-goal lead. Oh, Liv Gerlach in and scores. Nice. 18-7. Clock is still running. Liv Gerlach found plenty of real estate in there, just above the goal circle. I was surprised that she was able to get that wide open. Canon-Mac is switching goalies. Hate to say it, Canon-Mac, but it is not your goalie's fault. You just can't give up that many shots in transition. And as predicted earlier, Cameron Whipple is now playing midi. Probably too little, too late. But expect them to have a better shot on the draw control with that height out there. Lauren Hart. Oh, Lauren Hart thought she had it in her stick, but bobbles it just enough, and Cam Whipple checks it away. Ball is bouncing around. Canon-Mac gets it. There goes Whipple. She finds some room, shoots and scores.
Canon-Mac goal, number 10, Karen Whipple. Unassisted.
Yeah. 18-8, St. Clair. 8:50 left. Not understanding why it took Canon-Mac that long to put Cameron Whipple on the draw circle. But she's hanging back now again. One-handed snag by Selena. I believe that's Lindsay moving in with it. Yes, it is. Lindsay's going to get called for a charge. Yeah, she came in a little fast, a little out of control there. Canon-Mac will have the ball. Clock stopped. It shouldn't have. Nice. Selena with the shot. Yeah, Canon-Mac moves the ball up to midfield. Haley Newton going to get called. Got a bunch of referees sitting in the stand wanting to make sure the clock operator knows it's a running clock. Give Ed Callahan a little shout out on the clock. He's doing a good job. Sometimes when the ref blows the whistle, you're not sure if they're calling for a clock stoppage or not at this point. Cameron Whipple with the ball. She'll move it around. She'll look to isolate probably. Not this time. Works it up high. There she goes. Got Lindsay Newton on her. Liv Gerlach on defense. Nice check from behind. And Aria with the save. And again, Cameron Whipple with the pressure. Aria has 10 seconds in the goal. She'll have to come out here. Nope. Oh, throws it up the middle. Little high. Caroline Hendricks on the defense there. Bounce shot, score.
Canon-Mac goal, number 3, Mara O'Donoghue. Unassisted.
Yeah. St. Clair 18, Canon-Mac 9, 6:03 left. No running clock. We're back down under 10 goals. I'm going to take a drink while we are setting up for the draw. If I didn't mention it before, warm night here in Upper St. Clair. Girls, I'm sure, are getting a little tired out there, especially playing down a player most of the game. Warmest day since, I think they said October 10th. Which, of course, makes sense. We've been through winter. But heard we hit like 86 here today. Lauren Hart with the win. She gets bumped into. Canon-Mac girl goes down. Lauren Hart will still have the ball. Self-start up to Selena. Selena gets a little bit of a lane, shoots high and scores.
And goal number 32, Selena Kerr.
19-9, 5:34 left. I'm not familiar with this Canon-Mac goalie. I know their starter, Molly. She plays on the same club team, although younger age than than several of our St. Clair girls. So know her through the club aspect, although the girls have not played with her, so not familiar with shooting on her. But she was ineffective in this game, as most goalies are against St. Clair. Overall on the season, goalies only have about a 30% save against St. Clair. And St. Clair averages somewhere around 25 to 30 shots a game. Lauren Hart with the ball back at X. She's being pressured. She comes out on the crease roll. Nothing there. Hits Liv Gerlach coming down the middle. Liv Gerlach shoots and scores.
Liv Gerlach, what assistant?
Okay. 20-9, 4:10 roughly left. So at this point, I think we can go ahead and call this game put away. We'll take 2 goals for Canon-Mac to just not have the running clock. And setting up the draw takes 15-20 seconds every time. So Canon-Mac would have to score a goal about every 15 seconds to get back in this game. Selena Kerr picks up the loose ball off the draw. Lauren Hart in the middle. Liv Gerlach, no shot. Well defended in the middle. Yeah, looks like Gab Martin back out there. Oh, hits Selena in the stick. And the ground ball is picked up by Canon-Mac. Gab Martin on the defense, along with Bella Benoit. Oh, good ride by Lauren Hart there. Managed to cause the turnover. And Katie King weaving through the middle with it. Canon-Mac parents getting a little agitated. Okay, offsides on Canon-Mac. Well, that'll give Lindsay pretty much a free run into the scoring area if she wants it. There it is. Tried to get the shooting space call there, but the refs weren't going to give it to her. Is that Vanessa King going through the middle. She's bumped a little bit. Ball comes loose. Canon-Mac picks it up. And then they call a foul on Vanessa. Running clock still going. 2 minutes left. It'd be nice if St. Clair can hold them to not scoring another goal here. Oh, Hannah with the caused turnover. Hey, Lindsay shoots and scores.
Record goal number 14, Lindsay Newton, unassisted.
Hey, 1:30 left, 21-9, St. Clair. So St. Clair will go into the Lebo game on Monday, May 6th, undefeated in section, and can do no worse than a share of the section title. A win or a tie against Lebo, and they win it outright. A loss, and you get a 3-way tie between Lebo, Bethel Park, and St. Clair for the section championship. Okay. Hannah Thompson chasing down the loose ball. Can't get to it. Canon-Mac will win that draw. Loose ball. And that's Katie King on the pickup. Good ground ball by Katie. Nice pass through traffic to Liv Gerlach. Lindsay looking to put this one away. Pass down low. Looks like Vanessa King picked up the ground ball there. 20 seconds left. Liv Gerlach shoots high. Ball goes out of bounds. And by the time Katie brings us in, there'll only be about 10 seconds left. 5. Katie King looks for the goal. Nothing there. Pulls it back out. And that's a win. So your final, Upper St. Clair 21, Canon-Mac 9. Well, appreciate you watching the game. We will. This will be our last broadcast, our first, last, and only broadcast of the season. So we enjoy you watching. And again, please come out and support the girls at Lebo on Monday, May 6th. Thank you very much. Good night.